to come out with a victory tonight.
Greenwood, as I look down the roster, they don't list a tight end. They got a lot of wide receivers as they run that spread offense. We'll go to the backfield then very quickly. At quarterback will be Daniel Stegall, a senior. Also in that offensive line, number 55, Kyle Roach, and number 52, Lance Coverson, a senior. Roach is also a senior. Starting at quarterback will be a sophomore, Kyle Russ, and the true Devil Dog colors there in that deep burgundy and gray and white numbers. Maroon or burgundy pants, jerseys, and helmets. Won't get these two mixed up. No way. Knox's opening kickoff is a knuckleball. It is taken at the 15, picked up across the 20, down the sideline, across the 30, and he steps out of bounds at about the 32, so Morrilton Bob White gets good field position to start the game. And a nice return, and Morrilton will set up shop at their own 32-yard line. Ball is on the near hash mark, and they are in the spread offense. Russell at quarterback, only a sophomore. He has a lone setback on his right. Double wideouts to the wide side of the field. The give is to Clinkscale. He's trying to get outside. He does so the left side, trying to skirt the corner. He's hit and wrapped up after a gain of about 2. And Fritchie coming up from his safety spot to make the tackle, and just absolutely perfect fall evening in Morrilton. Clinkscale split wide to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Long count by Russell. The gives to the tailback, straight ahead. And he picks up 2 or 3. That was Clinkscale, my mistake. Brown was the wideout, split wide to the right. Little Rock Central in snapping the Tigers' 19-game win streak. We're in the early minutes of the first quarter, 10:33 to play. Morrilton staring at 3rd down and 7. Russell out of the shotgun, looks. He's pressured. He's going to tuck it in and run up the middle, across the 40, and he may have gotten the first down. Depends on the spot.
A good job by Kyle Russell. Nobody was open. A good job of coverage in the secondary for Greenwood. And
Morrilton continues on the drive, which started back at their own 32-yard line. They've got double wide out, split to the wide side of the field to the right. Got a man in the slot on the left. Russell looks like he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Snap out of the gun. He's looking to his right. He drills it. It is complete. And as soon as the receiver caught it, he is upended for maybe a gain of about a half a yard. That is Tresvant on the reception. And Austin E. operate. I started to say out of the shotgun. As soon as I say that, Russell goes under center, and he's got guys scattered all over the field. Pass complete in the flat to the right, a gain of about a half a yard, and that's it.
And Morrilton has thrown the ball 178 times coming into tonight's ball.
We're at the 9-10 mark. First quarter, no score. 4A West, Morrilton, and Greenwood. It is 3rd down and a long 9. Russell out of the shotgun, looks, delivers, and it is incomplete, and he had Brown open at the other 40. First series. Dane Harris, a senior, back in punt formation, standing back at his own 29. Efert is the return man for Greenwood, and he's standing at his own 19. Ball on the far hash mark. 8:58 to go in the quarter. High snap. Punter catches it without any problem. Harris does. And Efert lets it hit the ground, and it takes a neutral roll as it rolls sideways. And it'll be down, and
And this high-powered Greenwood offense.
Sideline right after this first play by Greenwood. And they are fun to watch. We found that out a few weeks ago. Stegall, a junior, will get to start at quarterback. And many times he will work out of the shotgun, and we'll refer to it as the shotgun or the gun. He's got a lone setback back there with him, which is Melton, number 13. Now Melton shifts sides. He was on the left. He'll go to the right. They got double wideouts to the wide side, trip wideouts. Pass goes to Melton in the flat. Melton trying to get outside. He cuts back in, breaks the tackle, but Morrilton's defense is there, and they stop him for a gain of maybe a half yard.
Guys, let's buckle our seatbelts because Greenwood's offense is on the field.
Out of the shotgun, here comes the option. Stegall running down the left side. He cuts it in and picks up 4 or 5 before he's dropped.
What we saw on that first play from scrimmage for Greenwood, or the Morrilton defense.
And Greenwood's going with a no-huddle offense. And that will take its toll on the defense before the night's over. Now Stegall backs out, and it looks like he is getting another play from the bench. They will shift He goes under center. Now he backs out. A lot of motion in that backfield. Melton switches sides again from the right to the left this particular time. Trip wideouts to the right side of the field. Stegall looking to throw for the second time tonight. Dumps it underneath to Mills. Mills with a nice run across the 40, across the 45, got the first down, and much more as he gets out to about the 47-yard line. This is their first possession of the night. 7:29 to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless in this 4A West game. Stegall, this time moving pocket, moves it to the right. Looks, now he drills it underneath. It is complete to Efert. Efert is hit and dropped as he gets across the 50 down to the 49 of Morrilton.
There's Austin Efert again.
Like this no-huddle offense. Morrilton's got to hate it, though. Stegall wastes no time this time. Gives it underneath to Melton. Melton hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss of a yard.
And one thing unusual tonight is most of the time you see teams that are shuttling the plays in for scrimmage.
Stegall looking at a big third down play, third and a long 7. Ball on the far hash mark. Wide side is to our side of the field, the left side. Stegall looking over the middle. His pass was intended for Paratech, and it is
Greenwood. Anytime you see a flag coming from the referee's position, that's usually going to mean holding, and that's what it's going to be. And Morrilton is trying to decide now whether they want to decline this penalty and bring up 4th down.
Trey Schaps down on the sideline visiting with our good friend Randy Rainwater, who will join us a little bit later. Trey, you think Randy will know when he scores?
He's going to get revved up for that Sonic High School football scoreboard show.
And I tell you what, anybody can afford that hat doesn't need to be down on the sideline. That's a fancy hat Rainwater's got. Nice lid tonight. 6:27 to go. Greenwood, 3rd and 7. As a ball at the 50, and 4th and 7. They'll have to kick it away after that penalty. Fair catch is called for by Brown. Back at his own 2 yards, but very, very effective as Brown kicked it off. Pretty good field position. They started at the 32 on their first possession. This one, though, back at the 17, and Morrilton needs to make something happen. They don't want to lose that battle of field position. Russell working out of the shotgun. Takes his time. Now he'll hit his safety valve out in the flat. It is complete to Clinkscale, and he's dropped after a gain of a yard or 2.
And that play had a chance to pick up 5 or 6.
He handles it tonight, his team. He is 0-3 in conference play. They'd love to pull off the upset tonight. 5:42 to go in the quarter. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again. This time he drills it over the middle to Brown, and it is complete for first down out to the 37.
And that time he did a much better.
In high school, Bobby Tyner, who went on to star at ASTC, UCA, and is now a member and inductee of the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. First down, Devil Dogs. They back that up to the 34. Russell dumps it to his receiver underneath. It is in and out of his hands. Incomplete. Pass intended for Zern. But just below the press box that there is a crowd mic here, and anything they say will be heard. And they said, what counties? I said, too many for you to count. Be careful.
All of them.
2nd and 10 Devil Dogs. Back at their 34. Russell in the flat. His pass is incomplete. It was intended for Zern again. Wide of the down here. 3rd and 10. Ball shy of the 35 of Morrilton. Russell with a setback to his left. He fakes it. Dishes it over the middle. It is complete to Tresvant. Tresvant is hit as he crosses the 40. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet. Across midfield. Tresvant still going. Tresvant all the way down to the Greenwood 32-yard line. What a catch and run.
And they had him bottled up. A short gain. And then he used his speed to really turn it into a huge gain for Morrilton.
Morrilton converts on a big 3rd down. And they are in Greenwood territory for the first time tonight at the Bulldog 32-yard line. We're under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Morrilton looking to draw first blood. Russell dishes it off the flat. This time it is complete to Zern. Zern trying to get outside. He picks up 3 or 4 before he's dropped on the far sideline.
Once again, the
down. And they put a lot of heat on his shoulders. Ball on the far hash mark. Wide side is his right, which is, as a right-hander, it's his strong side. He gives this time to his running back. That is Clinkscale. Clinkscale picks up a couple of yards before he is hit hard on the far side by the Greenwood defense. Our shape. 3:47. Clock continues to run. 3rd down and 5 for Morrilton. This play is huge. He is there at the Greenwood 27-yard line. Russell out of the shotgun. Fakes. Now he'll keep it. Turns it up the middle of the field. He's going to be shy of the first down by about 3 yards.
Just a quarterback draw. Morrilton going with something very conservative on 3rd down.
We don't need to talk it over. We know what we're going to do. 4th and 3 at the Greenwood 25. Fans looking to get into it. Russell under center. Now he backs out. and looks to the coach, and there is some confusion as far as the Morrilton offense is concerned, and now they're going to have to burn a timeout. So we'll take a break.
Hi, this is Russell Kim of Audio Dimensions. We have the world's largest plasma TV, the LG Dimensions, the leader in home theater, 1111 South Bowman Road in the Creekwood Plaza Shopping Center.
The Devil Dogs have talked it over. They're going for it on fourth and 3 at the Greenwood 25. Pass is in the flat. It is complete. First down and more. Coming down the near sideline, Tresvant makes a nice catch. Reached up high to get it. Turned it down the sideline in his first year of varsity football. And he's got some talent. He's got size and speed and won't do anything but get better. First down, Morrilton at the Greenwood 11 that gives the tailback. Tries to get outside, does so, turns the corner, across the 5, down to the 3.
And you've got to like what Coach Chris Hill's doing tonight so far for Morrilton, Ammonia, and Siloam Springs. They have played one of the toughest schedules in the state of Arkansas.
Clinkscale picked up 6 on first down, second down and 4. And he is in the backfield again. He gets the handoff, this time straight ahead, and he is down near the goal line before he's shoved back. May have gotten down to somewhere in the neighborhood of the 1-yard line. I thought he was going to get in.
Me too. He did a good job of breaking that firm. Have been rushing.
Clinkscale is the lone setback. And this particular time, Russell under center. Now he sends Clinkscale in motion to the left. Quarterback sneak. It is Russell, and he is denied the end zone.
Wow. He was hit hard as soon as he snapped the football, and that interior front 4 of the Greenwood Bulldogs caved that offensive line in, and there was no running room.
I'm looking for big number 77. He is
down now. They've got it first and goal.
Wow. First and goal. Glad you picked up on that. My apologies to our listeners. First and goal, Devil Dogs. That gives to Clinkscale. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Morrilton. The Devil Dogs lead it 6-0.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. That was a great play out there. The clock actually did start. We were wondering what was going on up there in the press box. Maybe you can lean over and tell the guys that we have something to do after this football game.
We do? All right. Extra point tip.
Six honey barbecue wings, plus a free half-gallon mega jug of Pepsi, all for just $9.99. Fuel up for football with a game bucket deal from KFC. For a limited time at participating KFCs, prices may vary, substitutions and tax extra. All wings are flavored pieces.
The kickoff for Greenwood, fielded by Mills back at about the 15. He came up the near sideline and cut back down inside the 1-yard line, and that was the case, and Morrilton converted 7-0. Devil Dogs over the Bulldogs of Greenwood. Stegall will go to work for only the second time tonight. And so Greenwood only had the ball one time in the first period. The give is to the fullback straight ahead. Melton picks up some good yardage before he's dropped.
This is an important series for Greenwood. They're down 7-0. And if you look at this Greenwood needs to get something going offensively to offset that here on this drive.
That sounds like a Sonic commercial. Drink this. It'll put some pep in your step. Stegall on second down, looking to throw. Takes his time. He's got time. He drops it off to Piratek, his big tight end. He gets to the outside. He picks up the first down right in front of the Morrilton bench. Out to the third on Bulldogs. They trail Morrilton 7-0 as we've got a minute left in the opening quarter. Stegall takes the snap, looking to get to his outside. He drops back, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 7 yards as he scrambled around.
And that's the play that Greenwood really hurt Bologna.
On 2nd and 19, ball back at the 29 now. And Greenwood spreads it out. 3 wide receivers to the left. Stegall looking to throw over the middle. His pass is complete as the defensive back Brown slipped down. And Greenwood picks up another first down because of that.
And that was Lucas Miller, the big
great hand. Second first down of this drive for Greenwood. 20 seconds. This should be the final play of the first quarter unless it's an incomplete pass. Stegall tucks it in. He's back to the line of scrimmage and picks up more as he goes to the far sideline. And he's dropped in a heap over there, but not before he picks up 5. And that's going to do it for the opening quarter.
To provide outstanding service. Service meaning a full-service institution, including all these financial products. Checking, savings, personal and commercial, and mortgage loans.
He starts the second quarter. Greenwood with a football, 2nd and 4 at the 44 of Morrilton. Stegall breaks the tackle, still on his feet, trying to get the outside. Now he turns it in across the 40, across the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. Nice run on his part. Morrilton gained Greenwood by 23. Stegall, only a junior, and we told you he's an outstanding athlete. He also plays high school baseball. That's one of the reasons I understood he didn't start last year. The give is to the tailback Mills. Mills straight ahead, and he picks up a couple of yards, and it'll bring up third down for
a real integral part of these offenses.
Melton, the lone setback back there with Stegall. He hits his wide out in the flat, and it hits him right in the chest. He tried to run with it before he caught it. Incomplete. That's exactly what order took only 25 minutes. We thought we might be here all night. Stegall looks in the flat. It is complete to Eifert, and Eifert draws a crowd, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 3.
Well, there was about 6 red shirts over here, and Austin Eifert.
And the return man for Morrilton will be Burton. And now they call him back up. They say, hey, be careful with it. Whatever you do, don't fumble it. Just tuned in, Morrilton and Greenwood. And 4A West play tonight. Morrilton leads it 7-0. Stegall's kick, an end-over-end kick. It's going to go to the far side of the field, and it is going to be downed close to the goal line. And let's see if the guy down there fell into the end zone or not. Nope, they say it is dead on the 1-foot line. Nice, and on them. And I'm sure he told them, guys, you got to win the trenches here. You got to come off the football, fire off the football. Russell will work out of the shotgun in his own end zone. Looking. Now he tucks it in. He's going to run it right up the middle, and he gets good yardage before he's dropped. He comes out across the 5, out to the 7. We'll check in with our sideline man, Trey Schapp. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Devil Dogs as they get out of the shadow of their own end line. Russell under center, hands off to the tailback, straight ahead, and he's up into the line of scrimmage. No gain. Let's go down to Trey Schapp for a central flying.
Hill's favor right now with Morrilton being able to control the clock and keep the Greenwood offense off the field.
Stovall checks in. He's split wide to the left. One man in the backfield. Russell hands it to him, and he's pushed all the way out of bounds as the middle of that Greenwood defense latches onto him, and they push him from 1 hash mark out of bounds. No gain on the play. Maybe a loss of 2.
And if you look down on this Morrilton side
go, so that is a tremendous loss. Standing in his own end zone is Harris to kick it away from Morrilton. And let's see who is back deep for Greenwood. The snap's good. Harris gets it off. It is a low kick. It will hit at the 35 and take a Greenwood bounce. Will be downed at the 34, and Greenwood does not get good field position. They get a ball, hit them in the back, and cause you to lose great field position on a turnover. Greenwood gets it back with 8:32 to go. A lot of time in the half. 7-0. Morrilton leading the Bulldogs. Stegall looks. He drills it. It is complete. Nope, I say complete. By the time I said that, a defender came up and stripped it away right in front of the Greenwood bench.
And that was able to pick up another 5 yards.
Stegall will again work out of the shotgun. Eifert split wide to the right. Stegall rolls that way. Now he pulls up. Now he drills it over the middle. And when I say he drills it, he did so. It is complete to Piertek. He is tied in, and it is very close to first down. Piertek was quarterback to catch that football. Be a great down, 3rd and short, to throw it deep. That won't be the case. They'll run the option play. They turn it over, and Stegall was very fortunate to fall on his own fumble.
Wow, and Ray, they were only about 2 feet apart, and that was not a very smart decision by Stegall of pitching the football. He hit Jacob Mills right in the chest with the football, and as you said, he was very lucky to fall on that and keep from booted away. Burton is the return man for Morrilton, standing inside his 10. Great night for high school football. We got a good one going here. Stegall gets a good snap. Again, it's an end-over-end kick. Burton's going to take it at the 5-yard line. There is no such thing as a halo rule, and he is saying, halo, everybody. He's not sure who hit him. He thinks it was a truck, but he hung on to the favorite player, Weston Passmore. He's only 5'9", 150, but he lay high-flying Greenwood offense, a Greenwood offense that we saw put a bunch of points on the board in the first half against Bologna. Out of the shotgun is Russell. Looks, throwing down the far sideline, incomplete. He throws into double coverage. And what, you won't believe this, but the Weather Channel got one right. They were rained out tonight at Fenway Park in Boston. They'll play game 3 tomorrow, weather permitting. Morrilton 2nd and 10 at their 5. 2 wide outs to the left side. It is a reverse of sorts, and not much doing as the Greenwood defense sniffed that one out pretty good. and they did a good job of pursuing.
Now you hear about coaches playing for field position. Down 7-0. Greenwood has done that, and right now they're winning that battle, although they trailed 7-0. Russell standing back in his own end zone, looking to throw. It is incomplete. It was intended for, well, I don't have a... He looked bad. All right, Morrilton will kick it away. 4th and 9. And back in his own end zone is Harris. Low snap, he feels it, now he fumbles it, he's hitting the end zone, now he breaks away, kicks it with his left foot, gets it away, and it doesn't even get out of the end zone. One of his own players catches it and runs it out to the 7. How bizarre was that?
Well, now then you got an official's nightmare. I mean, you got what would have been a safety and a block punt, and then he kicks it left-footed. It's fielded in the end zone by his own player and run out to the 2-yard line. Now, what's the call?
What's the call? If I had tried that left-footed, there'd been a crater out there in the end zone they'd had to fill up. I've never seen a right-footed guy kick it left-footed. That's darn athletic play on his part. Bottom line is Greenwood gets it at the Morrilton 5-yard line.
And that's really a break for Greenwood, because otherwise they would have had a safety. Now then they've got the ball at the 5-yard line with a chance to score a touchdown.
The snap was a little low, but Harris should have fielded it and got it away in a hurry. Greenwood has it on the near sideline. Stegall on a quarterback keeper off the left tackle. Inside he goes and down very close to the goal line.
And what happened on that last punt was the snap was a little low, and I think he was really worried about going down and letting his knee touch the ground, and it kind of got him off step. But he showed he was ambidextrous because he went from his right foot to his left awful quick.
All right, Trey Shep, can you spell ambidextrous?
Guys, that was a funny play. I don't know what happened on that one, but the officials were right on top of it.
Greenwood, Stegall on a keeper right straight up the middle. It is 7-6 as he scores from a yard out.
And turnovers have been...
Greenwood can tie it up. It is Knox out to handle the chores. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 5:45 left to play in the half, we are...
Poetry. I call this one Bacon Mushroom Meltdown. Turning and turning in my thoughts.
Knox will take it away. Kickoff for Greenwood. And he sends Clinkscale back into the end zone. I didn't think he could run it out of the end zone. He does. He's out to the 2-yard line as he came to the near sideline. Did he not catch that in the end zone? He caught that ball. And Morrilton has not had good field position on their last 3 possessions. They have been inside the 10 in all 3. Russell in the flat. It is complete to Tresvant. Tresvant picks up 3 or 4 yards, and he is hit head on and decked. And Coach Chris, this is not a particularly good one. They're 1-5. And one of the star players, Chris Lloyd, injured out for the year. He was All-State a year ago. Pick up a 5 on first down. 2nd down and 5 at the 12. This time it's to Tresvant on the left side. Turns the corner across the 20. Tresvant out to the 25. And I'll tell you what, this kid's got some speed. Came back in Morrilton history, and there was there not an excellent running back from Morrilton at one time that went on to play D1 football? We'll do a little research. 1st and 10 at the 25. The Devil Dogs very much in need of that. Russell pumps. Now he scrambles to the right side. Oh, is he upended? The pass intended for Tresvant, no good, and almost picked off in front of the bench. A little bit like former Razorback great Bill Montgomery in his stature. He's got a long way to go to match the arm of Montgomery. 2nd down and 10 at the 25. Russell with lots of time. Now he moves, rolls to his right, drills it. The pass is complete. Nice catch. Clinkscale leaps up, catches it, goes down as he gets Clinkscale. I did not hear anybody go, "Pizza, get your hot pizza." I can smell it here in the press box. They brought it in. We had fried chicken from KFC a little bit earlier. 3rd down and 3. They give us to Tresvant. He turns the corner, and he is going to be very close to the first down as he's dropped in front of the Morrilton bench as he made a very nice run. It's 7-7. Morrilton and Greenwood. Morrilton drew first blood. Greenwood scored with 5:45 to go in the quarter on a Stegall 2-yard run. Clinkscale comes in motion to the left. They'll throw it to the right side, and that's not going to pick up anything. Zern, the big guy, caught it, and as he turned around, there were 2 Greenwood defenders in his Devil Dogs and the Bulldogs. It will be Stovall split wide to the left side of the field in front of us. Russell out of the shotgun, looks to his right. The pass is deflected, intercepted by Greenwood, and that's an easy 6 for the Bulldogs down the far sideline with the touchdown. Let's get our binoculars on him. And let's see who made the play for the Bulldogs.
That was Adam Stovall, the outside linebacker for Greenwood that picked up the batted ball out of midair, and he streaked down that.
Their first lead of the night, 13-7 on top of Morrilton. Knox is on for the extra point attempt. Stovall with the interception return for the touchdown. The snap's good, and Knox with a good leg drills it home. And if it comes down to a field goal, he'll be. Stay tuned. You're listening to High School Football on the Buzz.
Your First security team works hard to provide outstanding service. Service meaning a full-service institution.
On the touchdown for Greenwood, linebacker Wycombe Fair. That was 41, not 61 on the return. And the Bulldogs will kick it away. Knox has the honors. He's got a good leg. It will favor the left side of the field, and it is fielded at the 10. Down the far sideline, across the 15, out across the 20, 25 to about the 27, and Morrilton will get good field position.
And the Tide here in the first half, the Bots returned 32 yards for the touchdown.
We want to thank the fine folks here at Morrilton High School for their good Southern hospitality tonight. They rolled out the red carpet for us. They'd love to see their team win. It's homecoming for the Devil Dogs. Aaron Cox was the homecoming queen. The handoff goes to the tailback, Clinkscale. He runs into the middle, the bulk of that Greenwood defensive front, no gain. And now, if you see on there and you're not sure what it says, when it says TOL, that means timeouts left. Ball on the far hash mark. Russell will operate under center. 1:49 to go in the half. He drills this one in the flat to Tresvant, and what they were hoping did not happen. They were hoping they'd have single coverage on Tresvant, and that is
arm tackle to prevent him from turning it upfield.
All right, Morrilton's got to convert here. Greenwood can get it back with some time left, and they're very explosive. Russell looks over the middle, and it is incomplete, intended for Tresvant, who had just gotten beyond the linebacker, but he didn't get so. Greenwood will get it back. They didn't have to burn a timeout. They've got 3 left, and that's an eternity with that wide open offense that they run. Harris will kick it away. He stands at his own 16. And a fair catch is called for by Greenwood at the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll take it. And doing a nice job, Efert is a Necro knuckleball coming down there, and he needed the Trey Shapps down on the sideline. He will have the Greenwood coach, Rick Jones, before we go to the locker room, so I'll try to remember that and not to pitch it to break. Stegall out of the shotgun at his own 40. He tucks it in straight ahead up the middle. He is out to the 45 before he receives a route reception. And Greenwood, unusual play. Keep in mind, Greenwood goes with a no-huddle offense. They have the entire game. Double wideouts to the near side, a shuffle pass underneath. It goes to the little guy across midfield. That was Efert, I believe, or Melton. And they pick up the first down. That'll stop the clock. Ball out to the 49 of Moyes. Has a good leg, but they've got to go quite a distance to get in his range. 38 seconds to go, 14-7. Greenwood leads it. Pass intended in the flat for Mills, incomplete. Not tried to stretch the field at all. They have not gone deep all night long. Stegall directing traffic out of the shotgun. This time rolls to his right, tucks it in. He's going to keep it. He is across the 45, down to the 43-yard line. The clock will continue to run, and I'm really been surprised that Greenwood didn't try to air it out.
Yep, I think.
Right, they called the timeout. Let's check in with Trey Shapps. Trey?
Guys are really a lot of pep in the step over here on the greens
here. I thought it might be a little nippy. It was when I got up this morning in Heber Springs. It was 41. 25 seconds left in the half. 14-7 Greenwood. They're looking to add to that before intermission. They just burned their first timeout. They've got 2 left. Stegall back out of the pocket. Drills it. It is complete. And quickly out of bounds on the receiving end was Miller, his favorite target.
Range.
That play took but 5 seconds. 1st and 10 at the Devil Dog 27. Stegall looking. Crossfield pass. It is complete, and Morrilton's defense does a very nice job as they wrap up Efert before he can get out of bounds.
And that was Tresvant over the
I'm very impressed with Tresvant just as a player. Only by 7. They played their guts out here in the first half, and Greenwood has kept them pinned back after that opening drive by Morrilton to take a 7-0 lead. 12 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 6 at the 23. If they can advance the football, they do have a timeout left to attempt the field goal. Stegall looking. He's going to air it out. He's going deep for Miller, and it is incomplete out of the back of the end zone. And that leaves 5. I think Monks had one touch his hands that he didn't catch this year. 3rd and 6, and Morrilton wants to call a timeout.
If you throw the football, you definitely got to use the sideline because your probably won't work. But
all right, here we go. Knox is going to attempt a field goal, and it will be a 40-yarder. Make it a 39-yarder. Ball on the 23. They'll spot it. The kick is up. It is a low kick, and it is going to be wide of the mark, no good, and that's the horn sounding the end.
I tell you, our defense and special teams had some huge plays, played really, really well. We need to get after this second half.
You got some breaks with the field position there in the second quarter. Talk about that and then a tip pass that you were able to return for a touchdown.
Well, I would like taking...
Air Hog 1. That's 877-247-4641. Or check us out on...
What do? A woman stands by a stalled car at rush hour.
And so the Bulldogs will get it from the Devil Dogs to start the half. Back deep is Mills, and there's the horn. I guess that signals the start of the half. Don't know that I've ever seen that, but anyway, here we go. And it should be a whale of a second half. Low-scoring affair the first 24 minutes. They may light it up here in the second half. Haskins will kick it off. And just a short punch kick, but a good one. All the way down to the 12-yard line, taken by Greenwood. Out across the 20, the 25, the 30, still on his feet across the 40, down the far sideline, across midfield, and finally brought down from behind at the Morrilton 37-yard line. What a return.
And that was Nathan Statton, a sophomore. He's 5'11", 155 pounds, and
it'll go against Greenwood and nullify a long run, but they'll still good field position at the 37-yard line.
And Coach Chris Hill talking about the two big plays in the first half that really hurt this Morrilton team, and that one on the opening kickoff could have been big for Greenwood, but it comes back on a penalty.
So instead of having it inside the Morrilton 40, Greenwood will back it up to their 37, take over first place to Golf Fakes. Now he's going to go deep, looking for man down the far sideline, and it is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Miller. And Miller, 5 to you, he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Second down and 10. Stegall, quarterback draw, straight up the middle. Stegall running room. He's got the first down across midfield. Goes to the far sideline, still on his feet. Stegall to the 30. Stegall to the 25. Stegall ridden down at the Morrilton 20-yard line.
And that looked like the Stegall that we saw against Bologna on the quarterback draw. The first time that they've really let him get loose tonight. And once he got on the second
right side and worked his way to the far sideline, where he did a nice job of high-stepping it down the sideline. Greenwood threatening here in the early minutes of the quarter. The give is to Melton. Melton down the right side. Melton across the 15, inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line.
And this is really an important stand here for this to allow Greenwood, or to not allow Greenwood to get this thing out of touch.
All right, that play went to the wild side. Morrilton substituting, getting somebody in there late. They beefed up the defensive front and then the front
to the 10-yard line.
All right, it is first and goal from the 10. Ball on the far hash marks. Stegall rolls to his right, dishes it off. Out in the flat, the pass is low, and from this vantage point, I couldn't tell if he caught it or not.
It looks like they're going to give him a completion, and it was a little jump.
Very vulnerable to the defense. Second and goal from the 6 for Greenwood. They lead it 14-7. Stegall on a quarterback keeper, gets to the outside. Stegall, touchdown Greenwood.
And Stegall doing it with his legs again, and he beat the first would-be tackler for the Morrilton Devil Dogs at about the 6-yard line, and once he got around him, he was able to turn it on and high-step it into the end zone.
Stegall with his second touchdown of the night. His first was a 2-yard run, and that one was what, 6 yards?
6 yards.
All right, on second and goal from the 6, Stegall converts, and Knox will come on and see if he can continue to be perfect on the night. He's 2 of 2 on point after. PATs. Snap's good. Ritchie's hole's good, and Knox booms it through. 10:34 to go in the third quarter. Our score, it is Greenwood 21, Morrilton 7. You're listening to the Aramark Metro High School Game of the Week.
I've always told everyone I know, diet doctor frequency.
KABZ Little Rock, 103.7 The Buzz.
Clinkscale and Brown back deep for Morrilton. Knox will kick it off. He slips as he does, so it's a line drive kick. It is taken by Clinkscale. He comes to the near side of the field to his right, trying to turn the corner, and the Greenwood special teams guys did a great job. Here comes a flag in late. It's going to be a personal foul against Greenwood.
They did a great job getting him to the sideline and getting him out of bounds, but then they didn't quit on the whistle, and as they got him over about 3 yards out of bounds, they brought him to the ground, and the official was right there and threw the flag, and that's going to give Morrilton real good field position here on their first series of the second half.
Devil Dogs will get it at their own 24. Just under 10.5 minutes to play in the quarter, and they will mark out off that penalty. Well beyond that spot. And it's a major penalty, and they move it all the way out to the 39. And that's where Morrilton, one interception. And that resulted in a touchdown for Greenwood as it was run back in. Russell will work under center. Spins, gives to Clinkscale straight ahead. Clinkscale breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. He picks up 2 or 3 before he's dropped.
2 really big plays that got Greenwood back into the ball game.
Brown split wide to the right. The give is to Clinkscale again. Clinkscale straight ahead. Nope. Russell keeps it on a quarterback keeper. Picks up the first down as he fooled everybody. And he has run out of bounds. And Greenwood picked up good yardage for the first down. I follow that about like Dave Rowe does sometimes. First and 10, Morrilton at the Greenwood 47. The give is to Tresvant this time. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, spins, breaks one tackle, and may have gotten a yard.
Good job of picking up good yardage
in the first quarter, and this is very much needed for a confidence builder. Brown split wide to the right. They got a man in the slot to the left. Russell under center this time. In the flat, it is complete. Down the far sideline, a pickup of about 7, very close to the first down. They're going to be short by about a yard. That was Zern. Sorry, they're looking at 3rd and 1 at the Greenwood 38. They have not been there an awful lot tonight. Russell under center, spins, gives to Clinkscale. He's got the first down and 5 or 6 more before he stumbles forward and is dropped in the secondary. Good job. All right, in just a moment, we'll check in with Trey Schapp. First and 10, Devil Dogs at the Bulldog 34. Russell under center, spins, rolls to his right. He's looking. Now he's in trouble. He needs to get rid of the football, and he can't do so. He's dropped all the way back at the 45. A flag comes in as they think he may have gotten a face mask.
Wow. And not a good decision by the sophomore. He should have dumped that ball off to avoid the sack, but he's going to be bailed out by a penalty, and it's either going to be a face mask penalty or roughing the passer. I'm not sure what they're going to do. I don't think they could call roughing the passer because he never threw the football, but it is going to go against Greenwood.
And it is a face mask, and if it was incidental or was it a major penalty, and I think it's the big one. I think they'll mark off the big one here. They were looking for a stop and go, and Brown was trying to go down the far sideline, but Greenwood secondary did a nice job.
And the thing is that was going to be a loss all the way back to the 45-yard line, and they were going to be looking at about 2nd down and 22. Now then, the penalty is marked off all the way back up from the line of scrimmage, which was the 33-yard line. And so that is about a 17-yard turnaround for Morrilton, a huge break.
And so the Devil Dogs, instead of having 2nd and long, they got 1st and 5 at the 29 of Greenwood. Stowball split wide to the left, the wide side of the field. And the officials are talking over, I think, the spotting of the football is exactly where it should be.
They were just wanting to make sure that wasn't to be marked off from the spot of the infraction, but I think they got it right. It is from the line of scrimmage.
15 yards, we think, from the spot of the foul. Anyway, what we do know for sure, it's 1st and 5 at the 29. And Morrilton trailing 21-7, very much in need of a score. Russell from the gun, sets up, drills, pass is complete. Brown cradled it in, and a flag comes in late, dropped in the backfield.
And there's some tempers flaring down there on the field, and another penalty coming from the referee this time. And he's calling the defensive captain over that time.
He's kicked somebody out of the game.
Sure did. It looked like he was going to talk to him about a penalty against Morrilton, but I think you're right. He's taking him to the sideline, and it looks like he's been asked to leave the ball game.
Justin Fuchs, a senior for Greenwood, has been ejected from the game. And if that is indeed the case, which it is, that penalty is going to go against Greenwood, and it'll be a major penalty. Rick Jones out talking to the officials on the far sideline. Let's check in with Trey.
Guys, Coach Rick Jones is not a very happy camper now on the Greenwood side.
Maybe it was because of the entry. It looks like we have offsetting penalties. Is that the case, Bob?
Yep, offsetting penalties. First, you had a hold against the offensive line of Morrilton, and then you had a personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Greenwood defense, and there was an ejection on that play, and we believe that it was Justin Fuchs that was ejected from the ball game. And now what they're doing, this is kind of unusual, they are stepping off both penalties, and they're first going to penalize Morrilton for the holding and then mark off the unsportsmanlike penalty against Greenwood. It's mass confusion out there on the field.
Well, my math is not very good sometimes, and if I were down there, that's probably what I'd have to do with it. Mark it one way and then turn around and mark it the other way. And so now they've marked it off against Morrilton. They're going the other way against Greenwood, which is going to be very close to a first down.
Yep, that was kind of confusing, and I really didn't see what happened. I was watching the throw and catch by Russell and Jamel Brown over here on the sideline, but something evidently happened in that offensive backfield that caused the ejection.
All right, let's see. It is first down and only a yard after all of that. 8:10 to go, 21-7, Greenwood leading. Clinkscale up the middle, lots of running room. Clinkscale across the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10-yard line.
Just what the Morrilton Devil Dogs
yards, and he's picked up 18 yards on this drive. First and 10 at the 11 of Greenwood. Morrilton can get a first down at the 1. Clinkscale again. He's the workhorse through the middle of that offensive line behind the guard, the center and the left guard. Not a whole lot there that time. He did pick up a couple.
And one thing unusual about Kyle Russell's
position under center. They say a gain of only a yard on first down. 2nd and 9 at the 10. Out of the shotgun, Russell will operate. Fakes it to Clinkscale. Now he'll run it. And that play never had time to really develop as Greenwood was in the backfield.
Yeah. Went with the play action fake, and then Russell turned it up inside trying to pick up yards.
The 9. Morrilton can get a first down at the 1. They're in desperate need of something here. Russell looking, drills over the middle. Touchdown, Devil Dogs. Tresvant on the reception. He was wide open. And they will attempt the extra point. Askins handles the kicking chores. Kyle Russell does the hole. The kick is up, and they work as a team. And
travel should never be a hassle. When you fly with Central Flying Service, you avoid those crowded airport terminals. You plan your trip.
Very impressive by Morrilton, down by 2 touchdowns. 9 plays, 61 yards, took 4:02 off the clock. 6:27 to go in the third quarter. Lots of time left. Askins will tee it up. It is an onside kick. And Greenwood recovers it at their own 44-yard line.
And that was Travis Deere, who was very alert up there on that front line.
A good offense, good field position at the 44. That I don't really understand. And Morrilton's defense has been put in some unusual positions tonight. Stegall, quarterback keeper, right straight up the middle, breaking tackles. Stegall across the 50. Stegall out to the 45-yard line before he gets a rude reception on the far side. And the Greenwood fans want an unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know the flag, and I don't know that they're going to get it.
Well, I can't see over there. 7 rushing touchdowns in the 2 games we've done this year. He wants us to come back, Ray. He looks like a Heisman candidate out there running the football.
Well, I did get a calling card in the mail, and I didn't know who it was from. Maybe that's who it was from. First and 10, Greenwood. They're trying to answer the bell after Morrilton marched it down 61 yards. First and 10 at the Devil Dog 46. Stegall goes inside. Now he brings it outside. Trying to get outside. He turns the corner. Stegall at the 49, cuts back in, still on his feet, and he retraced his steps, went back across the 40, and finally got down to the 39.
In the hand of his quarterback, the junior Daniel Stegall, who has run wild here in the second half running the football.
Stegall sends his favorite target, Miller, wide to the right side of the field, which is the wide side. He's got a lone setback. Melton along with him. He gives to Melton. Melton straight ahead. The little guy is hit at the line of scrimmage, takes a couple of would-be tacklers with him. He picks up 3 or 4, and he's very close to the first down. And well, he was from my hometown of Helena. They're going to bring the chains out, Bob, and measure this one.
And speaking of Ouachita, I'll come back after Trey.
All right, let's check in with Trey with the Central Flying Service sideline report.
Guys, I spoke to one of the officials on the field that last, and then when he got up, he took a swing at one of the Morrilton Devil Dogs football players right in front of the official. That's just something you can't do. He gets ejected for this game, plus he has to miss the game next week. So double jeopardy there for Fuchs.
3rd and inches. Stegall gets the snap, fumbles it. And Morrilton says they have it. And let's see as they unpile. Stegall had it, lost it in the air, tried to run with it, and when he did, he fumbled it away.
And the officials have a lot to sort out here. Morrilton says they came up with a loose football, and there's also a penalty.
It's a holding call. Get it back with 5:13 to go in the 3rd quarter at their own 40.
Well, that debacle all started with Daniel Stegall just stripped the ball from him before he went to the ground. He didn't actually fumble. He was just stripped.
I'm not sure Stegall didn't look away, and the center snapped it before he was supposed to. Russell looking to go deep. He's got Brown down the far sideline, and it is complete, but he stepped out of bounds at the 25 of Greenwood.
And his left foot would have been inbound.
She may whip me if I ask her to do that, though. 5:06 to go. 2nd and 10 for Morrilton. They went for all the marbles on first down. Pass over the middle, intended for Clinkscale and almost intercepted.
Sure was, and that liar.
And that is what Russell is doing for Morrilton. Kyle Russell, only a sophomore. He's having a pretty salty night. He'll work out of the shotgun again. Takes his time, looks over the middle. He drills it. And he had a man wide open, Brown. And I'll tell you what, when this game started,
it was the wrong way and had the ball go through his hands.
You know what? Coaches teach you how to do that, and it's instinctive that you do it. But you watch on Saturdays in Division I football and in NFL, and how many times do you see a guy turn his hands wrong and not catch the ball? Give credit to Greenwood's defense. They come up with a stand. Morrilton's going to kick it away, and they're in punt formation. They do boom it away, but flags fill the air.
And procedure is going to be the call against Morrilton. They'll be penalized 5 yards after a nice kick.
Win or lose, I want to give credit to Morrilton right now. This is a team who came in 1-5. They are winless in conference play, 0-3, and these guys could have laid down, but they're giving Greenwood's fit.
And I was a little surprised on that series that they got away from the run that had been so effective for them on that opening series of the 3rd quarter.
Harris back at his own 20 for Morrilton. He's a big guy. He'll kick it away. Efert standing at the Greenwood 35. Harris dropped one earlier tonight. Here's a short pass play as they go for the fake punt, and it didn't work. That did not fool anybody. It was complete. Pass goes out.
It showed that he's not afraid to roll the dice here tonight, and that time a big play on the hard line of Morrilton, first down, and a huge turn of events here.
And now it's up to the Morrilton defense to hold after they came up with a turnover a minute ago. Stegall fakes. He's looking to throw. Tucks it back in. He's got running room with somebody hanging off of his back. And because of that, the ball is short of the mark, down to the 14-7 Greenwood at the half. If you're doing the math, both teams have scored a touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. Stegall, a junior, has gone the distance at quarterback. He's earned the starting job. He runs option, now shuffle pass underneath. It is complete to Mills. Mills turns it inside and picks up 6.
High percentage play on the shuffle pass. And on the option pitch, they were too close and fumbled the football.
I like the play because you can either pitch it option to the right or pitch it inside, which Stegall did that time. Stegall under pressure, and this time he just throws it away.
Been able to really get on track tonight.
These Devil Dog fans don't realize what their defense just did. They held Greenwood to 3 and out after the fake punt failed. 4th and 5. Greenwood will kick it away. Stegall standing at midfield for the 3rd time tonight, kicking off the 50. It's a little pooch kick off the side of his foot. It is a spiral, and it takes a big Greenwood bounce as it hits at about the 15-yard line and rolls all the way inside the 5. So again tonight, so many times,
Morrilton back inside the 15-yard line. Once at the 14, this one at about the 4 or 5 yard line, and another one early.
It took a huge bounce, and as Bob described, all the way down to the 4, and that's where the Devil Dogs take over with just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. The give is to Clinkscale straight ahead. He's got a little running room, picked up 4 or 5 for a linebacker, blindsides him.
Back to what they were doing effectively earlier here in this quarter, running the
guys that'll be hosses next year. They're learning as they go. 3:28, 21-14 our score. Greenwood on top of Morrilton. Devil Dogs. Russell drops back, and he is dropped in the end zone. He was blindsided from the left side from the corner. Didn't see him coming. Didn't throw the football. It's a safety
for a touchdown. This time he comes on the blitz from the corner and gets the safety, but Russell from a safety.
On their last touchdown drive, it was that left side of the line that was blowing the holes open, and the defensive front of Greenwood allowing Morrilton to take it down the field. But that time, a mental lapse, and it cost them 2. And Greenwood with an opportunity here to break the Devil Dogs back if they can get the football and move it down the field.
A little unusual to see someone kick it off the tee after a safety. Most of the time, teams elect to punt the football to get some coverage.
Here is the kick. Efert will field it at the 34-yard line. Efert up the middle of the field, trying to go to the right side. He is hit and dropped in a crowd as he crosses the 45-yard line out to the 47.
And the Devil Dogs just got to look at the roster and realize this kid is just a sophomore, and what a cannon for an arm.
First down, Greenwood. Stegall will keep it up the middle, and he's hurting Morrilton tonight with it, and he's going to do it again across the 50, across the 45, down to about the 43 of Morrilton, right straight up the pipe.
And what makes that play really effective is the little play-action fake that makes the
one on the year. Their lone loss came at the hands of Siloam Springs. They were upset last week, but they are unbeaten in conference play, and this is a big conference game for them tonight against Morrilton. They will operate out of the shotgun. Ball in the middle of the field this time. Stegall gives it to Melton. Melton with running room, slides to the outside. Melton at the 30. It's a foot race. Melton at the 20. He's brought down from behind at the Morrilton 25.
Wow, what kind of speed does he have? He's only 5'5", 162 pounds, but once he had some daylight, finally chased him down.
I tell you what, I'd take a football team full of Meltons. He is a gutsy little player. Stegall fakes to him this time, and Stegall gets a rude awakening as he is hit head-on in the backfield and dropped for a loss.
Kyle Martin was the one that hit him head-on. He's 6'1", 180.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 at the 17 of Morrilton. Greenwood knocking on the door, leading 23-14. Stegall fakes to Melton. Now he rolls to his right, dishes it off. It is complete for a gain of a 5 or 6 on the far sideline. The secondary of Morrilton was there right on top of the play. No gain after the catch. You have to like about Stegall, he makes very good decisions. I don't know of one bad decision he's made tonight. There's some movement up front, and let's see who it goes against. I believe Morrilton is offside.
That was another good decision by Stegall. That time he changed his snap count, and the variance in his voice that time caused the Devil Dogs to jump into the neutral zone, and it's a free 5 for the Bulldogs.
On 3rd and 6, that cost Morrilton dearly. He changed the cadence a little bit, and they'll mark it off. Looking to get a first down and then have 1st and goal at the 5, depending on where they get it. Stegall takes the snap out of the shotgun straight ahead. He has the first down and much more, and he is down to about the 2.
And this is what's happened to Morrilton all year long. They've played some real, as we've mentioned so many times tonight, as a team to be reckoned with over the next couple of years.
Greenwood looking to put this one out of reach. We're still got a lot of time left. Stegall again on a quarterback keeper. Same play. End result is a touchdown.
Once again, Stegall just dropping back a step out of that shotgun, buying a little time for that nice offensive line to open him a hole, and he finds a crease and sticks it into the end zone.
That is Stegall's 3rd touchdown of the night, and it comes with 1:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. 29-14 our score as Knox comes on for the extra point attempt.
I'm going to try to get the name of the deep snapper for Greenwood, because he has done a super job tonight. It looks like it's shot out of a cannon when he centers it back there to the holder.
And Knox, number 14, comes on. He's been perfect on the night, and he continues to be that way. 1:16 left to play.
In his book, Halftime, my friend Bob Buford talks about how to change the game plan of your life from
to a block punt, a touchdown, an interception, a touchdown, a safety, which resulted in another Greenwood touchdown. Our score, 30-14, Greenwood leading Morrilton. Knox will kick it away, and the Devil Dogs need something really big to happen, or this thing might get ugly. Burton back at his own 5, comes to the right side across the 10, across the 20. He's tripped up there. Gets out to the 23s where they'll spend the third quarter. This third quarter has been a long one. The first one was pretty fast. This thing has lasted forever, particularly if you're a Morrilton fan. Russell on the shotgun, looking to his left. He's hit in the backfield, breaks the tackle, gets free, still on his feet across the 20. Russell's upended at the 23 as he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He looked like Harry Houdini escaping the Greenwood defense in the backfield, and was able to really not get any positive yardage out of it, but he saved about a 7-yard loss.
I'll tell you, if the offensive line didn't block a little bit better, he's going to be passing out straight jackets. He'll think Houdini, won't he? He'll chain them to the lockers. They've done a pretty good job. They did on a scoring drive. We've got delay down on the field. I believe a flag on the play. Let's check in with Trey Schapp. Trey?
Guys, the Greenwood Bulldogs actually pulled a face mask somewhere there in the line. It's going to be a 5-yard face mask penalty, so Morrilton gets... I like the move of Fritchie. He's playing defensive back now. I think Coach Rick Jones made a good move in that, moving the junior to quarterback, Stegall, and moving him back to D-back.
5-yard penalty, the inadvertent face mask on 1st and 5. Russell's pass intended
halftime, and Russell was ahead of that one 22-14. You can tune in and pick up all the scores tonight following the ball game on the Sonic High School Scoreboard Show with Randy Rainwater.
Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Russell looking to throw, does so over the middle. It is complete to Brown. Brown does a nice job finding a seam and hanging on to the football.
And that time it was
a little player. 1st and 10 at the Morrilton 43. Under center, they give us a Clinkscale. Clinkscale gets through the line of scrimmage on the left side, tried to run behind the left tackle, and he picked up a couple there.
And you made her back.
Unless it's an incomplete pass, this should be the final play of the third quarter. Again, Russell will work under center. Looking to his left, his pass is complete, and it is good enough for a first down out to the Greenwood 45-yard line. On the receiving end, Freddie
here with more of my unofficial Wendy's poetry. I call this one Bacon Mushroom Meltdown. Turning and turning in my thought-filled mind, vision so powerful I cannot unwind.
We start the fourth quarter. Morrilton looking to throw deep about 20 yards over the middle, and the pass incomplete. Tresvant could play off. Boston and New York are scoreless as they were rained out tonight. 2nd and 10 at the 45. The give is to Clinkscale. He gets outside, breaks the tackle, still on his feet across the 30. Tresvant across the 25 down to the 20, and a flag comes in late, and you have to think it's holding against Morrilton.
Wow, and that was such a good play coming down to the sideline for Morrilton. It's going to be a shame if that one comes back for a holding penalty. He actually stepped out of bounds, they're saying, back at the 25-yard line, but it does look like that's going to come back.
I don't remember him being that close to the sideline. All right,
or maybe they're saying that's where the spot of the foul was.
As I play devil's advocate here, I see Greenwood backpedaling. Face mask. They got the face mask, and so it's another face mask penalty. We've had 3 or 4 in this game, and so Clinkscale's run will count, and the Morrilton offense has visited with their head coach.
And a couple of times tonight we've acted like we really hadn't known what was going on these penalties, but the officials have been a little slow to give us an indication of what the calls are, so we apologize for the delay in that.
And, hey, at least they sort it out and get it right. That's what you have to like. 1st and 10 at the 14. That gives to Clinkscale. He slides off left tackle, and he picks up 3 or 4 there. And of Morrilton.
Number 74 is 6'3", at 300 pounds.
How did you get a roster with heights and weights and I didn't?
I got here early.
And you got here early. The give is, nope. Here's Russell trying to keep it, breaks the tackle as he lost his footing in the backfield and he did a nice job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. He faked to Clinkscale, and it was, well, that was a big divot, wasn't it? 3rd and 5 for the Devil Dogs at the 10. They get to the 5. They can get 1st and goal. They give to Tresvant, coming around on the end reverse, and he gets down to about the 7, so he's going to be short of the first down by 2. I've got a post touches. I see another guy down there with an air cast on. And so Morrilton now faced with 4th, and they say 4, said he stepped out at the 7. Double wideouts to the wide side of the field, which is the right, Russell's strong side. Low snap out of the shotgun. He catches it, breaks the tackle, and nobody's over here. Russell gets the first down. He gets inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line, and he did a great job of making something good happen.
He sure did. It was a low snap that he bobbled, and wow.
And he fumbled the football, and Greenwood got it.
Late, right at the end, and Greenwood defense comes up with a huge play.
Teddy Griffin, the block tonight, right after this broadcast. And Randy's beloved Yankees didn't play tonight. All right. Just before the ball is back it up to the 2.
And if you're back to baseball, if you're a Boston fan, that gives you a little more hope, hoping that they can maybe get Schilling another day of rest and possibility of him maybe coming back late in that series.
You don't think he's going to pitch, do you?
I don't. I don't think he can push off of that right foot, but you got to have hope.
That happened to me one time. I made it all the way to the playoffs. And on 1st and 12, Greenwood was Stegall on a quarterback sneak behind the entire. If it ended just like this, Rick Jones would be thrilled to death because Morrilton has given his ball club fits tonight. Fumble in the end zone. It is picked up. They run it out, Stegall does, across the 5 all the way out to the 8-yard line. I'll tell you what, there is no quit in this kid.
I don't know what
he is very impressive.
I don't know what's going on with these bobble snaps out of the shotgun, but that's about.
He's got good foot speed.
And he gets up to maximum speed real quick, about 3 steps. He can be running at full speed.
Big play here for the Morrilton defense. 3rd and 6 for Greenwood at their own 8-yard line. And Stegall taking lots of time here. 25-second clock down to 6. Stegall hit in the backfield. He is pushed all the way back to about the 3-yard line. So Greenwood's going to have to kick it away.
Facing back there, they've run together, and it's caused them some problems.
Stegall will stand deep in the end zone. He has to be very careful not to step on the end line. And Burton back deep for Morrilton, and he is at the Greenwood 40. So avoiding a great kick. Morrilton will get good field position. End over end kick away from Burton. Takes a Greenwood roll. It hit at about the 35, and it goes all the way down. Inside Morrilton,
licking his chops and wanting to pick that one up and run, but it took a weird kick on him, a weird bounce. And
Morrilton had a drive stopped a minute ago with a fumble inside the 5. It was very costly. Russell from the shotgun looks, shuffles his feet, throws it over the middle. It is incomplete, and here comes a late flag in, interference. Intended receiver was Tresvant.
Yep, and he was popped in the backfield by Bryson Fair, and both officials were right on it, and they said he got there just a split second too quick, and that's a big penalty. It's going to give Morrilton a first down, and Ray, with 7:23 to go here in the ballgame, they're only down 2 scores, and if Morrilton could get it in there pretty quick, they still have time to get back in the ballgame.
Yes, they do. You called out the name of Bryson Fair, and he's been everywhere tonight, has a touchdown to his credit, interception return. And we've got the officiating crew marking off the penalty.
For the end zone, could have easily gotten a touchdown pass to him on the bobble snap, but he did get the ball stripped late on that drive.
Russell on 1st and 10. In the flat to Tresvant. Tresvant across the 30, 25. Tresvant down to the 22-yard line, made a nice cut after he caught it.
He sure did a great job of catching the football and turning it upfield.
Turned it into a good play. Brown split wide to the right. Trip receivers to the shallow side of the field, which is the left. 1st and 10 at the Greenwood 22. Russell looking to throw the other side of the field. He's going deep. Brown goes up. Did he catch it? A leaping catch by Brown, and I made a great catch. The catch, 1st and goal at the 1. Here come the Devil Dogs. Russell on the quarterback sneak. He's in. Put it on the board. Here, then you can win it with a touchdown and a field goal, can you not? Yeah. Well, that'd make it an 8-point game. I got you. Sorry about that. Russell looking for 2. over the middle. It is incomplete. Picked off by Greenwood, intercepted, but you can't run it back in high school football, and so the two-point conversion failed. With the onside kick taken by Miller. Miller going to the far side of the field. Miller still on his feet. Miller across the 30, and there's a flag that comes in late. The run back will count, and part of it will be nullified by a penalty.
And an unusual onside kick by Morrilton, and they elected to go away from the traditional squib kick where you try to get a crazy hop and get it to bounce off one of the offensive players for Greenwood. That time it was just a little high pooch kick, and they allowed Greenwood to run that back, and a great job by Lucas Miller, who made them pay.
Coming up next on the Buzz, the Sonic High School Scoreboard Show. Let's check in with a Central Flying Service sideline report with Trey Schaff.
Guys, Bob, Ray, I know how much you like to dance, and yes, I believe there is a dance here tonight. It is homecoming, but Bob, I'm putting you in charge to make sure that...
Wait a minute here, sports fans. They'll back it up to the 40, 1st and 10 Greenwood. Seagal gives to his running back, Melton. Melton right straight ahead, and the little guy runs as hard as anybody we've seen all season.
He sure does, and
all his hard work. You sit down there, and that's a tough job. I do know that. And you say, when are they coming to me? When are they coming to me? Come on. I got something important, and it's hard to signal. Seagal on a quarterback keeper. He is hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss of a 2.
Good job of staying at home by...
Always good to see Perk. 3rd down and 3 for Greenwood at their own 33. Seagal from the gun, fakes to Melton. He'll keep it straight ahead. He's hit. Breaks the tackle, but he doesn't get enough for the first down, so it'll be 4th down, and the coaches are able to pick up the fact that, hey, this guy's playing on both sides of the football the entire...
You guys are getting creamed out there. You call yourselves bank.
At your needs, please call one of their knowledgeable representatives at 1-800-633-8345 or visit them online at aeromark-uniform.com.
On a key 4th down and 3 play, Morrilton showed the blitz, and in doing so, they drew Greenwood off sides, and so
was not happy about that penalty because he was going to go for it on 4th and 3 and try to keep that clock running, not risk a block punt. But this is going to make him punt the football now. Seagal is in punting position.
Seagal, the punter, has had Velcro on it tonight. He has nailed it inside the 5 a couple of times. That one hits at the goal line into the end zone for the touchback. That guys that do it all.
He has great hang time, and it allows those quick
30-20. Greenwood on top. Devil Dogs with a sophomore quarterback. Russell, he's gone the distance and played well. He'll operate out of the shotgun, looking to his right. He's getting pressure from behind. He's going to be dropped for a loss.
And the offensive line, they did give up the sack, but they gave him plenty of time to find, and wisely Kyle Russell didn't just throw it up. He took the sack.
A loss of 4 on the play, 2nd and 14. Back to the Devil Dog 16-yard line. Russell hands it underneath on the draw play. Good running room across the 20 out to the 25 before Clinkscale is rudely upended.
Brought him down quick.
That was a wrap-around draw play, if you will. Kind of deceptive. That'll make it 3rd and 4. Russell looking for a big 3rd down. Over the middle, a pass almost intercepted. Breaking on the football was in 30-20. Greenwood looking to go to 6-1 on the year, and they would be playoff bound. Probably already are. Barry Grooms will tell you on the Sonic High School Scoreboard Show. Russell, pass across the field, complete to Brown. Brown out of bounds, but he gets the first down, but very importantly, he stops the clock to pick up 12. They got a super press box crew here at Morrilton High School. We've enjoyed their hospitality tonight. 1st and 10 at the 34. This time in the flat, it comes to Tresvant. Tresvant caught it. After he took a couple of steps, he had a defender right on top of him. He's dropped at the 37.
Taylor Sterling was Johnny on the spot, and key for Greenwood is don't let Tresvant get out in the open field. They wrapped him up quick that time.
On 2nd and 8, Russell again over the middle, pass just beyond the reach of Burton.
Yep, and once again he threw it.
Well, he can't get back there that quick, but he'll be there for part of the show, and then they're off to Auburn, Alabama tomorrow morning for the big game on CBS, the Hogs and the Tigers. On 3rd and 8, Russell scrambles to his left, dishes it off. Tresvant complete, first down out to the 49.
And Tresvant doing a good job of looking that in and tucking it away because he knew he was going to work in before we go over to the Sonic High School scoreboard show when this baby's over with. Russell, he is snowed under back at the 42. He never had a chance. And what you're seeing now is that Greenwood's just bringing everybody. They know that.
Play booming the show live from Wally's apartment where he's getting his meal on. What's your game plan, Wally?
Me and the guy our glasses from the Mega Jug that comes with it for free right before the game starts.
Hey, Wally's no fool to the fluids. KFC's Game Bucket Deal is the meal. 6 pieces of KFC's extra crispy chicken and 6 honey barbecue wings, plus a free half-gallon Mega Jug of Pepsi, all for just $9.99. Fuel up for football with a Game Bucket Deal from KFC. For a limited time at participating KFCs, prices may vary, substitutions and tax extra. All wings are flavored pieces.
The Greenwood defense all over his intended receiver are back there step for step, 3rd and 17 at the Devil Dog 43. Short pass in and out of the hands of the intended receiver who took a shot in the back.
Yeah, sharp here tonight as they were when we saw them earlier this year in Bologna, but you know, if you're Coach Rick Jones, you got to be happy when you're not at your best. You still come up with the big plays like they've done tonight.
Jeffrey Zern, the junior, was the intended receiver. He took a helmet right in the back.
From Morrilton, they had a chance here to keep their hopes almost a done deal that they will not make the playoffs this year.
And they can be very proud. There is no quit in this Morrilton Devil Dog team. Chris Hill, their third-year head coach, got to be proud of him. Stegall will take it straight ahead, hanging onto the football. He picks up 5 or 6 as that offensive front for Greenwood's been stellar all night, and they move the pile.
And causing problems this year, I would not
out of it, down by 10 with 2:13 to play. I guess maybe crazier things could happen. Boy, where did that breeze come from? That is a little nip in the air. It is fall in Arkansas. Great time to be alive. Stegall tried up the middle. Now he slides to the outside. He is very close to the first down. There's a flag on the play. That'll stop the clock with 2:08 to go.
Well, that breeze makes me feel better. I heard Randy coming over today say that there was a 25-mile-an-hour breeze blowing at Morrilton, and we get here and there's not a drop of wind anywhere, but it's picked up all of a sudden here. And if it would have been blowing like this during the Boaster sandwiches and that favorite Oreo blast.
Well, I made a stop in Sonic yesterday and got supersized tater tots. Boy, those babies are hot. I said, you got any hot ones? They said, oh, yeah. Sure enough, they cooked me some hot ones. Man, I tell you what. Chili Willy. That's all right. 2:08 to go, 30-20. Greenwood with the football after the penalty. And Stegall, I tell you what, he is a very impressive young man. He is strong up the middle. Of course, let me tell you what, he's got some beef conference tomorrow as Arkansas Tech. And now it's coming straight out of the north. Stegall up the middle. He slides to the outside, and he may take it the distance. Stegall at the 10. Stegall touchdown Greenwood. He suckered him in the middle, and off to the races he goes.
And, you know, I don't think Rick Jones was trying to run the score up there. That just happened to be a play where Stegall did a good job and busted it to the outside, and there wasn't anybody there. And when you get out in the open field, you want to put it in the end zone if you got a chance.
You can't tell a kid, hey, just take a knee with a couple of minutes left in the game. And so Stegall, who had been running up the middle all night, took a couple of steps up to the middle, dipped to the outside. The Morrilton defense was not there. Became a little bit of a foot race, but nobody had a good angle at him. Knox for his 5th consecutive extra point. It is up, and it is good. Our score with 1:50.
He's talking about all this wind. We get here. The wind's not even blowing you. Hardly. You're right. He has got some speed. He can get around the corner like he did there on that play. And once he breaks the line, he's gone. He's sort of like he's like a Matt Jones, I guess you could say. Probably not as tall, but he's definitely got speed. And as he grows and matures and gets in the weight room and works out this summer, he's definitely going to be one of those players to watch next year.
He reminds me a lot of a Tucker kid that used to play at Helena who who wore number 17, except he's about 3 times faster than I am and a lot bigger. Here's the kickoff taken by Brown. Brown back inside the 5, trying to get to the outside, and you have to feel for Morrilton right here because Greenwood just pinned their ears back, and they're coming out. Looking jacket. Thank you. I can get you one for about $98 to be exact. 37-20, Greenwood on top of Morrilton. Not before Morrilton put up a heck of a different play. The ball bounces away a few times. Well, bounces their way. They had horrible field position most of the night. Russell looking to throw. He hands off to Clinkscale in the backfield on that wraparound draw, and it picks up 4 or 5 yards. And here, Morrilton, you just like to get this baby over with. Yep, so that whip. Are you a member? Yeah. Oh, good. I thought you were. I don't know. I guess he's going to pocket the money knowing Mac. On 2nd and 10, flags fill the air.
And I'll probably get a phone call in a minute because he's listening to us tonight as he travels every week up to watch his son, Bart, who is a coach up at Rogers. They were in Russellville tonight, and Ronnie Mack said that he would be listening to the broadcast. So, Ronnie, let me know where that extra 50 or 100's going. Well, we'll just write a little song here, Ronnie Mack, when you give him a money back. There you go.
Marcella area. Yeah, he and Tommy Lawrence ran around together down there. I know that spelled nothing but trouble. They'll be down in the deer woods before long. A lot of these folks will. Here's a give to Tresvant, who lined up at the tailback spot, spins up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets it all the way out to about the 15-yard line. Clock continues to run. We're under a minute now as Morrilton picks up a big first down. Nope, they're shy of the first down, excuse me. It'll be
somewhere down the road to pull off a big upset, and Coach Hill just has to keep them excited about being out there and look toward the future.
You get somebody hurt, you send a big old lineman out there to carry him off. Tresvant carried him off the field, now he runs over and lines up in the slot. The give is to Clinkscale, straight ahead on 3rd and about a yard, and that may be the final play of the game. He's off there in Searcy. I've been waiting all summer, you know. Guy's off in Europe. Where else has he been? It was Ireland he went to.
And last week it was up playing at Tannenbaum.
Oh, that's right, my neck of the woods, and he didn't even call. Here is Russell on a keeper. That'll be the final play of the game. He's knocked out of bounds on the far side at about the 8th. They're going to lose to Greenwood by a score of 37-20. We'll stay here for one more play. All right, that's going to do it. Thought I was right. Trey Schapp, Bob White, always a pleasure.